Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 Me. Are you a curious person? Are you curious about things? I am definitely curious. It's one of my great qualities. I really do feel like it's something that I'm proud of because I've got so much pleasure from my life by just simply asking questions, by being curious. And I think it's something that can enrich our lives in so many ways. And, we get set in our favorite, books or movies or lifestyle choices, and that's fine. We feel comfortable with that. That's part of, who we are. But I think if we can actually take a step back sometimes and just, be interested and curious in how other people are doing things and how other people think or believe. It just opens up a whole new world, and I just want to share with you. So here's 10 ways I think you can spark your curiosity. And they're all ways that I've used, and I think that many of you have already talked to me about how you use them. But the first, of course, is just being a lifelong learner, just having the attitude of everything is new. There's new books, there's new learning, there's new scientific discoveries, new medical inventions, new all kinds of things. I'm just realizing too, the sun is really cool today. It's like shining one side of me, but not the other side. But anyway, I'm here. So lifelong learning is, I think, a really, really important thing to adapt as a lifestyle. And, go to movies, go to attend workshops, go to online programs. There is so much going on now that there's just no excuse. And you've got to step out of your comfort zone sometimes, because some of the things will not be maybe in your vocabulary. There may not be things that you've ever thought of learning before. But I think picking up a book on a subject you've never read about before, or going online to a program, workshop, is just really cool. So lifelong learning, number one reason to stay, or another way to stay curious. Another thing is to ask why, or why not, more often. I think a lot of times people will come to us with an idea or a thought or something, and they'll just go, well, it wasn't, that doesn't really, appeal. It's not my style, or I would never do that. Well, the question is, why? Why not? Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you think that or read that or go there? And I think that why not is such a great expression. Not like, I can't do it. I haven't got enough money. I haven't got this. But why not? Why not find a way? Why? Why am I holding back from that? Just ask yourself those questions and dig deeper with your personality, with the things that you know about yourself. And I think that's really, really powerful. So another thing is to ask why or why not. How does that work? Just make it work. And I think what is that phrase about, like, don't ask the question like, I can't do it, but what, how do I make it happen? That's the most important, and it gives you a curious perspective on problem solving. The next thing is read widely, and I think I mentioned that in the first conversation, which is about anything that's not even in your normal vocabulary, your normal way of thinking. Read about it, find out more. Now, I must admit, I have become a very big fan of ChatGPT. I know a lot of people are hesitant about it, but just give it a try with a question. Give it a question, and it just answers the question so precisely. I've always struggled. I've been in the technology business for years, right? I worked at Microsoft for 20 years. I get it. I understand how Google has made its place by providing places for you to go to answer your questions. And if you have a question, you ask Google, and they tell you go here or there. And as it's evolved over time, in my opinion, it's actually made, prioritized sites that it wants you to go to that are either paying it money on advertising or just their favorite sites, their own Google sites. And you're not getting to the heart of the issue. And especially if you're in a kind of a hurry. Like the other day, perfect example, I just was going to, I wanted to get out into the world. I didn't want to go long distance, so I put a note to ChatGPT. Can you give me like 3 places that I could consider going about an hour from my home in Zug, and that have medieval focus and lots of great doors? That was my question. It came back with 3 amazing answers, and places that I've never been, that are new to me, and was just so fascinating. I went to one and it was fascinating. And it's not always the right answer that you're looking for, but it simplifies complexity for me. So that's another thing, is to explore new places and get out into the world and just ask, well, Google, if you still prefer to go there, or to the other search engines, and just ask where you can go, given the criteria that you're going to set for it. Take a different route. If you don't want to travel, just go differently to the shops, or drive in a different direction to the coffee shop. New environments, I think, stimulate curiosity. because you'll always see something that you didn't see before. By the way, I've got a fan on me from this side, so it keeps blowing my hair in my face, but like a little wisp of hair. I can't pull it out because I only have 362 hairs. Crazy. Anywho, the next thing is to engage in meaningful conversations. Just chat. Take an interest in what someone's doing. If they're doing a new project or taking on a new hobby, ask, how did you get interested in that? How do you do that? That's interesting. I'd like to know more. Tell me more. Go on. And just listening, meaningful, and don't just keep it superficial if you can. Dig a little deeper. Find out what they're doing, why they chose that, what's interesting, and be genuinely interested. Don't just make it. If you can't make it real and authentic, then there's not much point in asking, because you'll never get the real depth of the answer. You'll just get, because I just thought fine to knit a scarf. Rather than, I find knitting just one of the most meditative things I can do. And given the state of the world right now, you can get into a conversation if you ask someone an open-ended question rather than a yes-no closed question. We all know that. Practice mindfulness is another way to inspire curiosity. Whenever I meditate, I always come out with a question or a note that I want to quickly put down in writing, because it's, it's curious. I don't know the answer. It came up in my thoughts during meditation, or I had an awareness, and I want more. I want to learn more. Take up journaling. Journaling is really fun. I actually, to be honest with you, I journaled for like 20 years of my life religiously, and then I stopped, and I don't journal now. In a way, and I know this it's unique to me because I'm just me, this is my journaling. I talk to you guys on 60andMe, and I write articles, and I do videos, and I go on trips, and those are kind of my journals. But journaling, I think, can be very powerful. Experiment with creative activities. Go on a funky course, or join an art class, or creativity can lead to curiosity. That curiosity that. By the way, when I said journaling, I was talking about a curiosity journal. Things that are like you didn't understand, that things that you were curious about. Write down in your journal, not a creativity journal. Or you can do both. But anyway, the next thing is the curiosity that comes from being creative. When you get to the certain point with something, you can then take it to the next level by being curious about it. Like, how did that happen? How did that get to that point? I'm just looking at my window, and I've got a little bee that's flying in front of me here. It's really cute, actually. As I'm looking at I've got like a curtain in front of me to protect me from the sun, but this little bee is just like flying back and forwards. Things you notice. See, I'm curious. Always attend workshops or classes. Whatever's going on, just check it out. See whether it's good for you. Learning something new can instill a curiosity in life, which I think is really, really powerful. Curiosity is a tool. It's a tool, a powerful tool for enhancing your life, and I'm just a big fan of it. So what have I got? Cultivate a childlike mentality. Be a wanderer, and a wanderer. Hang out with young people, talk to them. I love being on Instagram and TikTok where there's young people. I learn so much from them, and I think that's really important, to actually just hang out with young people, open your heart to what they're going through, and be curious about the challenges that they're facing and how they're dealing with them. How they're creatively solving problems. Be curious about their lives. Be curious about them. And I think in doing that, you find out a lot about yourself, and you also find ways that you can be a support and inspiration. Being curious can lead you to opportunity. So I really am a huge fan of being curious. Oh, actually, I should have got the card out. Oh gosh, I'm just looking at my Aging Beautifully cards, which I've got conveniently just by my side, and look at one on the top. I honestly didn't plan that. I did not plan that. That was pure sparkle, because I don't know whether you know that I've got a book now, which is the actually Aging Beautifully cards. I put them in a book. So I put all the pictures and the inspirational phrases in this little book on beautiful pictures and words. So they can get that on Amazon now. But anywho, the curiosity card, it says stay curious. And on the back, I'll read the back. Children are naturally curious. As we get a little older, our curiosity might diminish from dreams, be replaced by rules, and desire to explore becomes a need to survive. I know that one, right? We all know that one. But it doesn't have to be that way. Rediscover your inner child and reignite your curiosity. Wander, explore, and marvel. The world is waiting. I love that. So All right, so that's my story about curiosity. I hope that you've been inspired by it yourself. Let me know how you feel about this, the importance of curiosity in your life, and whether you're a curious person. Okay, everybody, take really good care. Lots and lots of love. Like the video, that would help me. Bye.